So I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but America's not going to get Brittany Griner. Okay. Brittany Griner is not coming home for a while. Okay. Brittany Griner is not America's number one priority. What's up, y'all? It's the Coach Brittany podcast. And today, I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Brittany Griner. Guys, I know people are trying to sell y'all a dream. The Democrats trying to sell y'all a dream. Social media is trying to sell y'all a dream. Guys, the government does not care about Brittany Griner. Simple as that. I see this all the time, in our community. We think that we mean more. Well, certain ones in our community think they mean more than they actually do. Okay. There is a full-blown war going on in Ukraine, and Russia is invading Ukraine. The United States are fighting against Russia in sort of like a proxy war where they're funding Ukraine. All right. A 6 foot, however tall, I think 9, I'm not sure, Brittany Griner, she's LGBT, goes to Russia right before the conflict kicks off, and they capture her. Let me just say, what makes you think that the United States and Russia are going to come to a deal for her? First things first, there are millions of people dying every day on the battlefield. And Russia believes a lot of that blood is on the United States' hands. This is one girl. She's not a celebrity in Russia. The last guy, they did a swap for. I think they did a swap for a guy. He was like a military combat veteran. And he had to stay detained for like years. I'm gonna look him up for y'all. He had to stay detained for years. Trevor Reed, that's his name. Yeah, it was a former U.S. Marine. Yeah, this guy, Trevor Reed. This is what y'all want America to do for Brittany Griner, okay? They released Trevor Reed. They say he spent 3 years in prison in Russia before they could get him released. Reed was detained during a trip to the country in 2019 and accused of attacking a Moscow police officer. He was sentenced in 2020 to 9 years in jail. Okay, we got to be honest, right? Did Brittany Griner do what she's accused of doing? Possibly not. Did Trevor Reed do what he's accused of doing? Possibly not. But people that are logical thinkers know, okay, you might be getting money in Russia, right? I know people make that argument that, Brittany Griner was making a lot more money in Russia, and if the WNBA paid her more, then she wouldn't have to go to Russia. Fine. Guys, realize this. All money is not good money, okay? If you have to literally hope and pray that a country does not set you up and detain you for years, then it's not worth it going over there going over there playing basketball for millions, okay? It's just not worth it. So you have to look at it for what it is, guys. It was no reason for her to go over to Russia. The money part, I get that it's important, but I would not advise any of our young Black women, okay? I know y'all think Joe Biden love you. I know y'all think, listen, I know y'all think Black Black Lives Matter is not a scam. But I'm here to tell y'all, wake up. We have no allies. All right? We have no allies. Sometimes we get that confused. Brittany Griner is not going to be released. Brittany Griner is not going to be released anytime soon. The best bet for her during this whole thing is just to keep it cool, get her a lawyer, and just face the charges like she's some regular person. Because as soon as it gets political, look at what they're asking for. As soon as it gets political, this is what they're going to ask for. Russia wants merchant of death in exchange for Brittany Griner. Yeah, this is just they're trying to exchange an armed smuggler that has literally started wars in Africa. Okay, that is literally, I mean, not started, but flooded arms into Africa and the Middle East with weapons. All right. He was arrested during a sting operation in 2008, and he's sentenced to 25 years for conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens, delivery of anti-aircraft missiles, and provide aid to a terrorist organization. Guys, do you think America is willing to pay that price for a WNBA basketball player? That's all I'm saying. Not only that, I think another thing y'all get things twisted is if Russia decides not to release Brittany Griner ever, this is where we really need to talk, because I think y'all live in a fantasy world. What is the United States going to do about that? I've heard people say, send the Navy SEALs. Do you know what that ends as? That will be nuclear war. Everybody will be destroyed. I think y'all don't know who Russia is. Russia is a military superpower. Okay? Nobody's going to war for Brittany Griner. If we do anything like y'all are suggesting online, if we go and try to get her in any way like y'all are saying, literally everybody will be destroyed. What are y'all talking about? This is why I say a lot of people are insane. Guys, we have sanctions on Russia. We have freezed assets. Right now, we are public enemy number one against Russia. And y'all want them to do the most outrageous things. And you know it's not going to happen. You know it's not going to happen. It's just, I mean, I don't listen. I just think overall, when we look at this, you should listen to what the average American is saying. A lot of them are saying the fact that, you know, she took anti-American stances. They don't agree with her. They don't agree that they should get her. So really the country is split. It's not like Brittany Griner, everybody loves Brittany Griner, okay? The country is split. In the Black community, we love her. But I'm saying in general, the vast amount of Americans, it's about 50-50 whether they support or don't support Brittany Griner. You got to have an open mind to realize that. It's a lot of people who disagree with her. So I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but America's not going to get Brittany Griner. Okay, Brittany Griner is not coming home for a while. Okay, Brittany Griner is not America's number one priority. And you can say all this, protect Black women, this and that. Guys, those are talking points. In the real world, honestly, probably Black men are the only people that care about Black women. But Black women talk down the most about Black men. In the real world, the average Russian looks at Brittany Griner and does not think anything at all. They do not care whether she survives or doesn't, or whether she lives or dies. Right? Think about it. They're losing thousands of people in this war with Ukraine, right? Mothers are losing their sons. They got bigger things to worry about than Brittany Griner. So I'm just telling you, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But guys, social media, this situation with Brittany Griner is a little bigger than social media. All right. Shade room, all that. That's not, Putin don't care about that. Okay. Putin don't care about your post on Shade Room. All right. So yeah, I'm just being real. Be careful out here, man. Listen, y'all gotta be smarter. Like I say, I go by, my thoughts on people. I think many people are, just going through life, just doing stuff, not thinking. There was no reason for Brittany Griner to go over to Russia and be playing. That alone, when you hear the name Russia, it's corrupt. It's corrupt. I mean, America is corrupt as well, but Russia, they literally could have just planted that hash oil on Brittany Griner, and I'm sure they did probably. They could have just planted it on her and said, boom, you're charged. And there's nothing she can do about it. You don't understand. What y'all don't understand is the world doesn't care. The only reason the world cares about us Black people is around election time when our vote matters. But in the grand scheme of life, y'all out here thinking the world is something that is not, guys. It ain't a safe place. Sit your tail at home, man. Play it safe. Okay, I'm not talking about play it safe in business and with your money, no. But I'm saying don't be going to Russia for no basketball money, okay? And if you go to Russia, hey, roll the dice. But just know what you're getting yourself into, right? Just know what you're getting. Just know you could go to Russia and do nothing wrong and be detained for life. So I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all listen. That's why people were saying at first, the biggest thing that we could do is not make this a big deal, because once it gets political, they're going to be like, hey, I want this guy for Brittany Griner, and the guy they want is probably like a huge drug kingpin or drug smuggler. And the fact that y'all are thinking that the United States is going to give somebody up like that is not. The asking price is too high. It's just, it would be like, do you think America would give up El Chapo for Brittany Griner? This is basically how Russia is playing this right now. They're like, hey, give us one of the most heinous guys in the world, and we'll give up Brittany Griner. And even then, they might just be like, okay, now we want more. And now we want more. So I'm just saying, in my opinion, I see this lasting for years. Man, praying for her, hope she's okay. But y'all got to stop being stupid, okay? Nobody's going to go and infiltrate Russia and go get Brittany Griner. Okay? I don't care if you do how many hashtag protect Black women you do. I don't care how, the womenist movement has told you that, hey, y'all run the world. If y'all, listen, if women, listen, if y'all run the world, go get her. In the end, y'all are asking men to go get her. I wouldn't be so naive if I was you. All right. The last person they released, the U.S. Marine, yeah, in the hood, y'all don't care that he's a Marine, but our government would think different. And the government is the ones negotiating these deals. So I'm just saying, I would at least expect a couple of years that Brittany Griner will spend there before they negotiate. I'm going to be honest, I don't see her getting sent back to the States until after this Ukraine situation is over. And America is negotiating with them post-Ukraine. But that's just me, guys. Anyway, we're going to get up out of here, man. This is the Coach Brittany podcast, and I'm out. Peace.